Hello, style lovers, and welcome to I Like London. This is Petra, and today we are diving into the beauty of style with another video from the Fashion Icon series. However, today we will not talk about an iconic person, but we will see one of the most iconic pieces of the summer wardrobe. Welcome to the swimsuit special. The swimsuit has always been one of our favorite things to wear as it is connected with carefree moments of our youth, spending happy time with our family and friends on the beach. But the swimsuit is also an iconic piece of wardrobe in cinema, television, fashion, and pop culture. And today we will see how and why. For more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow Eloquent London on Instagram. You don't have to search. I'll put the links in the description. Bathing suits as we know them today are far, far away from what they used to be. Up until 100 years ago, there were places in the world and cultures where the swimsuit was expected to cover almost the entire body. During the 20th century, thank God, huge political and economical changes took place, and in a mysterious way, as society and the world evolved, bathing suits became smaller and smaller. And that brings us to today, where we have the opportunity to choose whatever we like and is more appropriate for us. Besides, as I always insist, there is nothing bad about the human body. It's natural and beautiful, and it should be celebrated as it is. But let's go and see some of the most iconic moments in history when a swimsuit actually stole the show. In 1953, during the Cannes Film Festival, a young, beautiful, and very aspiring actress became an absolute sensation when she was photographed on the beach wearing this scandalous thing at the time, a bikini. Having taken its name by the islands that hosted the atomic bomb detonation tests, the bikini as a swimsuit symbolized a new generation of women, liberated, in control of their own sexuality, and very free-spirited. And no one could have been better to express this mentality than Brigitte Bardot, who turned out to be all the above and even more. I will dedicate one episode to Brigitte Bardot as an icon and a style icon of the European film culture, but especially for the bikini, I have to say one thing. Brigitte Bardot was the embodiment of what followed the next 2 decades. Sexual revolution, liberation, second wave of feminism, and the very French way of enjoying life to the maximum and without taboo. Vive la France! I'll take you back to France later again, but for now, I'm moving you all the way to the other side of the pond, and especially to Hollywood. The year is 1976. An angelic beauty actress who has made a name in town for her glamorous commercials is now cast to play the role of Jean Monroe in the series Charlie's Angels that would mark the beginning of her career and make her a superstar all over the world. But months before the series aired, Farrah Fawcett accepted the challenge of having a swimsuit poster photo shooting. And the rest is history. 12 million copies of this poster were sold all over the world, making Farrah a very wealthy and a very popular woman. If you paid close attention to the poster, she is wearing what we would call today a rather modest one-piece. However, it was the fact that her natural beauty and sexuality came up on the surface that made this poster, this red swimsuit, and the amazing woman wearing it an icon forever. Don't forget that 2 years later, in the stellar success Saturday Night Fever, the film, the protagonist, John Travolta, has this poster in his bedroom, as so many men and women had at the time. And now, let's go to another red one-piece and a couple of decades later. The series was not acclaimed, as it was about a bunch of half-naked gorgeous people running on the beach. However, that didn't stop Baywatch from becoming a pop culture phenomenon and its main superstar to be the fantasy of men all over the world. Pamela Anderson first wore the Baywatch swimsuit in 1992, stayed for 5 full seasons, and stole the show even from its creator, David Hasselhoff, who notoriously didn't want her to be a member of the cast to begin with. There was never another occasion where the profession of the lifeguard was so interlocked with sexual fantasies as it was in Baywatch. And let's be honest, the super sexy cast has remained in our minds as a group of red swimsuit wearing models. However, no matter how beautiful models look in a bathing suit, it's usually actors that put their magic touch on a costume that stays in history forever, especially in films like the one we will see now. The bathing suit was baby blue, the sea was enticing, and the actor who wore it is one of the most successful and popular film stars. His name is Bond, James Bond. It was year 2006 when the incredibly talented Daniel Craig landed the role of the charming spy, and the film was Casino Royale. His first portrayal of the role became an instant success, and Daniel Craig became the face of the year, among other things, because he was the first blonde actor to play the role of Bond. In Casino Royale, we saw Daniel Craig come out of the turquoise waters of the Bahamas wearing a piece that still sells today in various versions. Making a match with his penetrating blue eyes, the swimsuit gave away his beautiful figure and made women all over the world fantasize about him. It wasn't the first time, though, that in a James Bond film a swimsuit raised the temperature. In the first film, Dr. No, in 1962, it was a female actress that caused heartbeats when she emerged out of the water with a white bikini. Ursula Andress became an instant sensation and paved the path for all Bond girls ever since. Another actress that made a statement with her bikini in cinema was Carrie Fisher. She appeared in the film Return of the Jedi in 1983 and caused frenzy in her golden bikini. This costume version was so iconic that it was even mentioned in the comedy series Friends 1.5 decades later without losing any of its charm. And speaking of good old-fashioned Hollywood charm, we would never leave out the amazing scene from the film From Here to Eternity. You know it. Deborah Kerr and Burt Lancaster are kissing on the beach, and a huge wave embraces them as they enjoy a moment of passion. If you haven't seen this film, go. At this point, I'm taking you back to France as I promised, and we have to pay respects to a fantastic couple from Europe. How can we leave out of this list one of the most talented and beautiful men in the history of cinema? In 1969, Alain Delon starred in the film La Piscine along with Romy Schneider. The two actors were romantically involved for 5 years, and they were one of the most popular couples in Europe. 5 years after their breakup, they starred in this film together, and to be honest, when you watch the film, it looks like they're still together and very much in love. The film takes place in summer France, and obviously, we see both the actors looking absolutely fabulous in their swimsuits. Alain Delon has also stolen the show in the film Plein Soleil, where he appears with beachwear attire and still nowadays is one of the most handsome men in the world. Both Alain and Romy, apart from their beauty, had genuine talent and personalities that made them stand out forever. In the year 2002, Halle Berry wrote history in the American Film Academy Awards as she became the first Black woman to win an Oscar award as a lead actress in the film The Monsters Ball. In the same year, she also made an appearance in the James Bond film Die Another Day. There we saw her sporting a beautiful orange bikini coming out of the water and charming Pierce Brosnan, who played Bond at the time. Funny trivia, her character's name in this film was Jinx, but anytime you see this beautiful and super talented actress, she doesn't look like a Jinx at all. It's summer, the weather is getting warm, and who doesn't want to slip into a sexy swimsuit and run to the beach? So, join the conversation and use the comment section below to tell me which is your favorite swimsuit and why. Is it one that you only bought recently? Or is it a piece that you bought years ago and still stays in your closet as a souvenir from your favorite holidays with your family? Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click like or share, whatever you prefer. And I will see you again very soon with another stylish video. Kisses from London. Bye.